hopefully within the next couple weeks or so, you folks in the UK, I'll be back to 5 hours or whatever between us, and the time zone thing. But for right now, like I said, I'll be showing up an hour earlier on your clocks because of daylight savings time. And to me, like I said, I hope they are getting rid of it. It was completely obsolete probably decades ago. It's like, well, it was done for the farmers. Well, the farmers are getting up at the same time basically every day anyway. It's like, just keep it set to where you have the most daylight and leave it. You don't, it's like wintertime is always going to be dark. There's nothing you can do about it. It's the way the planet faces and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm glad. It was just dumb. I heard there's a thing going around that they voted, they're going to vote it out and all that. And I'm like, I hope they did, because there were already several states. I can't name them off the top of my head because I remember they all. There are states in the United States who don't even observe daylight savings time anymore. They passed it in their own state houses. Why are we doing this? It's like, okay, somebody made a remark about why I'm not doing regular videos and all that right now and all that. And why am I doing this stuff from the parking lot? Because the stuff from the parking lot I can do in the morning when I first had a chance, to go look out over stuff. Because first thing I do before I get in the shower in the morning for about 10 minutes, I'll take a quick skim of, Twitter, the news, and a few other places I know to look. Also check messages and all that and see, if anyone's heard anything. And the thing is, ever since they moved stuff over to the Bad Wolf Studios, it's been pretty much gone dark. As far as I know, yeah, anybody who has the words leak, spoiler, and all that and everything, they're feeding you some garbage from Reddit, 4chan, and all that, or they're making it up. It's that simple. Because, as far as I know, I've heard of nothing out of what do you call it? Out of Bad Wolf Studios. Doctor Who for the most is done at Rothlock. Okay, so people I had talking to me who were at Rothlock, and there were a couple. Are have gone dark because they got nothing to pass. Right now they're doing like pre-production stuff over at Bad Wolf, and they've been doing stuff like that for a while. Like I said, they weren't just sitting there twiddling their thumbs since past October. Once things were officially all moved over and all that, things started moving. As I said before, there's a lot of stuff going around. Now, a lot of people are going, why are we talking about 5, 6, and 7, Ace and all that being in the centenary? And it's like, well, for one, for Ace, it would make sense. Okay. Because she had multiple attempts at being in, Doctor Who again, and it always fell apart. For you folks who don't know this, let me fill you in. Now, Sophie Aldred was supposed to appear on Series 5 of the Sarah Jane Adventures as Ace. Sadly, Liz Sladen passed away, and that series was not finished filming and all that. Also, she was supposed to appear in Series 2 of Class. And sadly, what happened in that case. Patrick, Ness laid an egg, and that it just didn't make it. Now, I know there's folks out there who like Class. I liked like the first 2 or 3 episodes. I liked what Quill did. Everything else was just right down the toilet, utter garbage. I'm sorry. I just really tried, and I really wanted to like it. But after that point, it just got silly. Not to mention it was silly in the first place. Night, the Stone Temple boinking thing and all that. The Nightkin and all that. Oh, but that's a whole other matter. So. And it's RTD in charge of this thing, so it's not beyond belief. Yeah, he bailed on it. You're right, Mark. That guy bailed on his own show months before they finally announced cancellation because he knew it was going to happen. But at the same time, you can't help but think the BBC wanted it to fail. And because when they did finally air it Class on BBC One, they aired it on Monday nights, 2 episodes at a time, 11 to 1 p.m., 11 a.m. to 1, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. It was 11 o'clock at night, very sorry. 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Who the hell is watching TV, especially a teen or young adult audience, at 11 o'clock at night on a Monday? See, they kind of like, it was like that, two-headed dog-faced stepchild that they kept in the back cabin behind the trailer. They didn't want to have it out there. It's that simple. But at the same time, when it originally streamed, I can see why. Yeah, the Weeping Angel twist was just, stupid. It's like, as I've said before on the whole class matter, why would the Weeping Angels, who are a power and force all their own, employ a bunch of aliens to take over a private school in the heart of London to do what? What was the evil plot twist here? That it didn't make any sense at all. They just threw them in for the sake of throwing them in. Ugh. It was sad too, because, oh God, like I said, the characters were just, all over the place. But okay, that's a whole nother thing. The class is, done. It's buried. But they did pick it up on Big Finish. So if you were a fan of it, yeah, that's basically what the Coal Hill Academy was. It wasn't the Coal Hill School anymore. It was the Coal Hill Academy. So it wasn't even technically the same location as the Coal Hill School. They tried to tie an entire spin-off to a location. And then get ready for this. The fact that a TARDIS had materialized there more than a couple of times or something in the recent past opens a rift in time and space. Earth would be like a frickin' Swiss cheese hole then. I don't know. Like I said, class was not my cup of tea for you folks. If you want to look it up Big Finish, you can. I tried listening to it. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I tried. And they even had Sophie Aldred appear on the one box set. And, it just was, I couldn't do it. I really tried. I didn't even make it to the Sophie Aldred story, sadly. It's like, because I tried listening to the first one of the Big Finish thing, and it's like, I can't even get involved with these characters anymore. Well, I can understand updating the building at the time, but it wasn't even really the same location as so, but they're trying to tie a whole spin-off to a location. Meanwhile, you have a whole universe of companions you could have had come in to base a spin-off off of. Come on, even K9 got his own spin-off, for crying out loud. Sure, it lasted one episode, but still. But then again, you had that other series. Now, someone was bringing up rights issues yesterday and all that, and why I refer to characters from being certain things. It's not the fact that they can't use past characters on Doctor Who. It's just, why would you use a character from another showrunner unless it was integral to a plot or something like that? I was referring to the Catherine Tate being an RTD character and all that. That's what I mean. It was just like Clara would be technically a Moffat character, things like that. I wasn't saying they owned those characters. I just said they were created under their helm. They were created in their run. So that's just for a little clarification there. Somebody put that in the comments. There are characters, though, that are owned. K9 was owned by, oh, God, you see, I'm blanking again. Philip will fill you in. Just look at the thing. And they even had a spin-off series with K9 on his own there for a while. And, it wasn't K9 and Company. It was this other one that was just a couple of years back. But the thing is, since it didn't tie to Doctor Who in any way, shape, or form. Since they didn't have rights, to the Doctor Who characters or anything like that. Like, they were going to have this K9 versus Omega film. The guy, Bob Baker, and the other fellow passed away, if I remember right. Something Martin, I want to say. I'm going off the brain box here. So, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Mr. Critical. But they couldn't tie it to Doctor Who. And they were even going to do this K9 versus Omega film. And it was, I want to say, oh, hell, it'll hit me in a half an hour when it doesn't matter. And it's like, you can't, okay, you can do K9 versus Omega, but you can't mention the fact he's not going to be a Time Lord. He's not going to be, you can't mention Gallifrey. You can't mention Time Lords at all. You can't mention the fact that he, did this, did that, because that's all under Doctor Who's copyright. So you own the character, but, he's pretty much neutered. You see what I mean? As far as his story goes. And that was the thing we got K9, yeah, where they got him gave him a regeneration mode, and that's how he became this little floating hover dude. Yeah. So, yeah, K9 became this cute little hover droid. So, yeah, K9, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I always love that character. You'll notice in later episodes of the classic series that he was always kind of out of commission. They did that because he became a know-it-all character, and know-it-all characters can get kind of boring. That's why I don't like invincible super characters myself. Like I have the ultimate powers of blah blah blah, yeah, and I'm immortal. I can't be touched. And what else? Why do you think they made Superman vulnerable to kryptonite in the first place? Having this guy running around, he can basically do whatever he wants. I'm not kidding, and it could have went dark if you know what I mean. Go watch the movie Brightburn. That'll scare the shit out of you. I'm not kidding. Bob Baker and Dave Martin, thank you. I knew it was a Martin, but I keep forgetting his first name. I don't know why. Sorry about that. My carpal tunnel's kicking in. That's the way I'm holding the phone. So, like I said, there's no real news to report because. And if anybody tells you the word leak, spoiler, or anything like that in their title, they're full of shit. I hate to be honest with you, but they are. Nobody has any inside sources that I know of inside of Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf are going to clamp down 10 times worse than Chibnall did. If that's another reason why I think a lot of the, so-called influencers. I'm sorry, but if you're being influenced by a teenager on YouTube, see a professional. Okay, well, yeah, I think they had to write K9 out of Series 1 or something because there was some kind of issue. I can't remember what it was. But, yeah, it's just going to be really, really tough getting information out of there. Even the guy who was on set and was getting clips of the show and was describing the sonic screwdriver months before it appeared on the TV, that guy, you know who you are. He's not getting anything either. Did you see the animated teaser? Okay, sorry, I missed that bit. I'll have to wait till it pops up again. See, that's why sometimes this thing moves so fast. Okay, do you see on Doctor Who? Oh, that is, Doctor Who's coming to Fortnite. That was it's like I saw that somebody put a Fortnite logo on it. Yeah, I got past that image and I'm like, that was the big announcement? Yeah, it's everybody pretend to be Irish and get drunk day. Yeah, as my friend Graham likes to call it. So it's going to be interesting looking at certain people's faces, tomorrow because that's hangover day. But like I said, no, I have not worn any green. Matter of fact, I'm wearing like red and gray and stuff. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not a big believer in a made up, holiday. It was allegedly when this guy ran all the snakes out of Ireland and all that, but why are we celebrating it? It's like, why we're not celebrating it? Because we got too many snakes in Washington, D.C. No one's going to run them out. Okay, but no, but Erwin's like, I'm not after spoiler. No, but I'd like to have some news to report. At least give me some hope, what's going on. Because everybody seems to think that RTD is going to be the Lord God Savior of Doctor Who. He's going to ride in on his magical chariot and winging Excalibur around going, oh, here comes. I don't know how many people. I was on a podcast a while back where, the host is trying to say that tried to slip in that RTD was brought into as damage control. And I'm like, where'd you hear this hooting horse shit? On a Wacom channel? Because they're the only ones saying it. It's called RTD was the only one crazy enough to pick up that poison chalice and drink from it. It's like, and if they're thinking it's, yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Critical. If they think it's going to be any less than what Chibnall allegedly did with his, hidden political agenda, he's secretly trying to neuter your children by giving you a female doctor. Oh God, what a jackass! Ugh. It's like, if you want to believe that, fine, but it's not what happened. It's called nobody with any sanity wants to touch it anymore. Also, people keep forgetting this thing's been on since 2005, and even Supernatural threw in the towel after 15 years. And also, they're going on about how low the ratings are. I'm like, dude, Walking Dead, one of its biggest hit episodes, was like 5.4 million. It's like, and you're telling me Doctor Who's a flop? Well, folks, I got to get running in. I just looked at the time. So please, like I said, I'm good. I'm doing my best. Hopefully, we'll have some folks coming forward, or some folks will start hearing something, and then I'll be able to pass you on something, if I can. So please, take care of yourselves. Watch out for each other out there. Think of the people in Ukraine. Let's really all hope that stuff gets resolved peacefully. Otherwise, we're right on the path to World War III. I'm really hoping China does not get involved in all that. But like I said, be kind, be calm, be safe. If you see someone today without a smile, give them yours. It helps, trust me. Take care, everyone.